Yo guys, amazing people, what's up? What's good? Yes, it's your boy Taki. I'm so happy to be in your face again. Today's Thursday. You guys are doing Throwback Thursday. How are your throwback pictures? It's funny because today is Thursday and then the Hamatan is like, wow, how are we? How like this is February, yeah? How are we experiencing Hamatan? Man, I think it's safe to say that at the moment, yeah, I think our climate is scattered. So the way it comes, we collect it. Anyways, guys, welcome you guys to Go to Life. This will give you updates concerning music happening around the country. Quickly today we'll begin with Burna Boy, Rema and Tems. When you see you guys on the news, like not different news, on same news, really is going to be a banger. And that was so what have they done this time? Moving on, we saw where Burna Boy at the time where he was in the studio. So the deal was like after the Grammy loss and everything, and then more like he actually had this one the story where he back in the studio. As for some person said at the time was there is like past 10, yeah, but past 10. So better like you know what, this guy is back in the studio trying to get another banger, so he probably gets away the Grammy again. Whatever it is, we know he's back in the studio. Moving on, we saw for Rema, yeah, I kind of did the Rema news yesterday. If you follow that news, it's cool to say Rema is just an award. If you have every Rema news from now, it's sure you're going to be doing Billboard, they're going to be doing Platinum, you're going to be doing numbers. Like, straight up, that what Rema is doing now. It's just numbers and figures and all of that. And good ones for Rema at the time. We saw Tems come down to say, you know what I would love? And then she's saying, just come to me with jokes. I want to die of laughter. Trust me, it's over after I've done that. So I'm trying to say, if you want her, like if you probably have a crush on her or something, don't buy her a gift, don't buy her a Rose Royce, don't buy her a car. Just come and laugh. Just come and make her laugh, and then she's all yours. Moving on, so the NBA guys come down to say, and not about the NBA, yeah. Let me do like a breakdown. Like we have like three major sports that are very, very like rich sports and everything. And it's for some persons, yeah, football is not even number one. Yeah. NBA is number one. NBA is that sport that has a lot of money into it, and then we have football, and then we have golf, and the rest. Yeah, but then you can imagine we've seen football tournaments where we have stars come to perform. So David at the World Cup comes to do his thing, and some persons actually alleged that it was paid millions of dollars to do all of that. And now talking about NBA, NBA has come out to say, you know what, for we on our halftime NBA match, we're going to be saying what they said is tune in for the game and don't miss this show as Joel, July, Black, Tems, Burna Boy, Rema, Post Malone, and Vin Diesel take the stage during the biggest basketball celebration of the season. Now, for them, this is like their biggest one of the season, and then they are honoring or they are bringing Nigerian stars to perform, also chill their guests on that one. Good one for this guy. We see Burna Boy going to perform on that one. We're going to see Tems performing at halftime too, and then Rema performing at halftime too. And happening on Sunday, February 19th. Guys, don't miss that one. Come and see our guys. Come and see Rema doing the whole calm down thing. Come and see Burna Boy doing the Shayo and the good thing. Amazing for these guys. We are so happy for them. We saw them with the statement saying, for the NBA, yeah, I love this statement a lot. I love it a lot. They came out saying Grammy award winning singer, songwriter, and record producer, Burna Boy, 2023 Grammy award winning singer and Oscar nominated singer and producer, Tems Baby, and rapper and singer Rema will headline the NBA All Star Game 2023 halftime show with an Afrobeat themed performance. Amazing one for these guys. Win win. The thing is, at the moment, it's safe to say Afrobeat to the world, like no cap, Afrobeat to the world. Now, moving on from this one, we go straight to the Don of all Dons, talking about Don Jazzy. Moving on, Jazzy has been a very good person, doing good for himself. We saw the point where he came out with the a conglomerate where he had Jazzy Burger and has been doing good for himself ever that. We saw where for Jazzy, yeah, one thing we know about him the fact that he promotes everybody under him here. So he uses his page to promote like the Jazzy asks you, once you are sure it's like going to get promoted, surely like no cap, you're going to get promoted. We saw where he came out to promote Rema saying Rema and Selena Gomez calm down, enters top 100 of US Apple Music for the first time, and it debut at 99. And for Don Jazzy, yeah, at a point, people are asking questions. Is your page for like if you check his Twitter page, your Instagram page, if he's not posting, Arya Star is posting something about about Rema, if you're tweeting about Crayon, if you're tweeting about Bayani, like he has these guys all under control, and that's a good one for the Maven boss himself. Moving on, we saw where actually down talking about stability. He said, "Thanks everyone, more goes ahead, we move." Stability on 200. That's when actually for this one where she got about 200 million total streams of Bubbly. I mean, 200 million is not getting feel amazing. Amazing one for her at the time. Moving on, we saw where Jazzy Boss has come out. I'm talking about maybe Boss came out to say for him and maybe him and his team or something. He's saying so much amazing music coming. And then we've seen you guys give us like toward the end of the year, they came through with their album and everything. Good album, really no bad song on that one. We've seen Arya Star come out with a new single, Stability. So what else? Like, and if you follow the trend here, it has been all good music. So if you're saying amazing music coming soon, guy, I just stay tuned. Don Baba J ready to kill us with that one. Amazing one, I would say congratulations to the boss himself. Moving on, we have Tiwa Savage on this one. I personally like to use it as an intro picture because this one for those of you who are following us for a while, this is actually my crush and they shall be doing good for himself. For Tiwa Savage, it's I think it's safe to say she's a beauty to behold, yeah, coming from me. And then moving on, we saw where we saw where she and Portable had this conversation thingy, and where Portable came out to share the receipts of their private chat, and it's for some persons their private chat should be kept private, but then Portable actually brought this one out, and it's all love because you saw both of them having their own moments. They were in their moment at this time where they were all doing the wala wala thingy, and it was a whole beauty to see at the time. Moving on, we saw where she came out to say for Young John calling the Silent King, and then wanted to note that today is Young John's birthday, and then for all of that goes to TV, we wish Young John a happy birthday celebration. Moving on, we saw where for Tiwa Savage, she's making her debut on a movie, and then she's saying this is about to be an iconic moment. My first lead role as an actor and executive producer, directed by the GOAT Meji Alabi. Amazing one. And then for those that are wondering, the title of this movie is called Water and Gary, the film. You can imagine because we know for a tour or for how she just concluded, it's called the Water and Gary tour, and then she's having the movie called Water and Gary, and she's acting the movie. And it's funny because in all of this, yeah, we've seen comedians dive into music, likes of Nas Boy doing good for themselves, and then likes of just people are just trying to make themselves useful. So leaving one trade to go to try something else and see if it works for them. And then for Tiwa Savage, she's actually saying, you know what, let's try acting and see how it comes up for her. And then she actually went for that saying it's going to be an iconic moment of her life because Major Labi is actually the one directing that one. Moving on, so where she actually and then it's actually took place in Ghana, and then all of this is going to be happening in Ghana, and then we can't wait for when this finally would be released. Now moving on this one, we have moving on, we have Bad Boy Teams. On this one, the last guy of the news. Bad Boy Teams is for some reasons, yeah, at the point we know he had issues with records signed at the time where he was signed to a record label, and then they had a bit of a fracas there about. But then the fact that they had it maturely at the time was a good one to see. But then he come out to say for an interview, he said he actually used the word kidnap. He said at a point he was detained illegally, and then he said it was a kidnap to him because um, nobody knew where it was taken to. So it was his house, and then they came. His record label at the time came to arrest him and him and his friends, and they got to a station, and that was what they wanted to keep him. So the calls going, this guy is here, he's here, he's here. Let's help him out. And all of a sudden, they were taking him out of that station, and they're telling them that his friends shouldn't go with them, just him and the police officer. And to him, he felt like that was kidnapped because his friends have the right to know where he is taken to, so they can make necessary calls, if possible, call the lawyers to see how they can bail him. But he said at the time they did not make all of that, and then they eat the whole process from his friends. So his family members didn't know where he was. It was so traumatic and all of that. And he went for that saying, even after like all of that, he went to the UK for like a year. Not like a year actually, he had like a break for a year with the record deal. And then he said it was in the UK. It was traumatizing for him because when he came back, he had to pay like a whole lot of money. He was paying, and then he called that outrageous amount of money just because he wanted to leave the record label. And then the question is this: why must all like we've heard this similar story with Sony record label, we've seen with Mobad, we've seen with a lot of because not even at the point had his own personal issues with them. So we've seen it with like a lot of persons. And then the question is when we all of this end, can't we sign and and break up that deal in peace? Must we always end in a fight or something? Guys, I'll let you guys be talking on that one. Why must all of this actually come to a place where we have to fight and not talk to each other again? Let me see your thoughts on that one and what you think, and then we'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Stay safe, get to know, remember, be careful.